right, so this afternoon I just would like to share with you all of our little baby fruit that is forming and growing. You saw our steps of our orchard since winter. Then when they budded, they bloomed, and now the fruit has been made and is growing. So here's our first tree, which is apricots. These are baby apricots. Our tree is full of them this year. We're very blessed and thankful because last year we didn't get any apricots. So this year we are going to have apricots. So we have one apricot tree that actually gives us apricots. We have a few other ones that are younger that are still working on giving us apricots. Now, of course, here's our sour cherry tree. We always get tons of sour cherry cherries. We have two trees, so that's what they look like when they're babies. Little green, little things. These are the sour. So these two right here in front of us are the two sour cherry trees. Right here next to them, I don't know if this one has any fruit yet. I don't see it. Oh, here they are. They're little. This would be a pear. I think these are the Asian pears. They are like little round pears, so there's some baby ones of those. Over here are some more pears. These are your normal kind of pears, pear-shaped pears. Here, this tree's loaded. This tree's always loaded. It's already, look, it's already heavy with them, and they're just babies. And they're just baby pears. So these are really delicious. That's what they look like when they're first growing. Here we have some nectarines this year, which we normally don't get a lot of nectarines. So this must be going to be a good fruit year. Look at the little baby nectarines. So we really don't get a lot of nectarines. So this is really exciting, actually. I didn't see that before. And over here are some more pears. There's some more baby pears. So if you can remember, and if you check back on my channel, you'll see the videos of when these trees budded and then bloomed, and then all the different types of blooms that the fruit trees have. And then once those blooms get pollinated by our honeybees, then they make the fruit. That's how the fruit is made. All right, let's see over here. Let me see in this apple tree. Let's see if we can find any baby apples of this one. I don't see any in this tree. This one may not be having. Some fruit trees, they don't have fruit every year. So it's not a big deal. It's just natural to them. It's just how they're made. Oh, here we go. On this side are the apples. Sometimes they're hard to find when they're baby fruit. But here you go. Here's some baby apples. This is a big tree, so we had to look. We had to look. And here's some more on this tree. More baby apples right there. So yeah, sometimes you really do have to look pretty good. Let's go up here. I think that one is, here's some more. I think this is another apple tree. Yeah, here's some more baby apples. Little baby green apples. They're really cute when they're little. And let's go here up to the front fence because these are some really good of our apples up here. Let's see if they have baby ones. I think I see some. They're the Honey Crisp, I think, which are such a great apple. The kids love them. We love Honey Crisp apples. They have such a good taste, a really great flavor. And I already see tons of them in the tree. This tree is really kind of taken over. I mean, it's really, look at it. It's coming over here past our flowers. What does it think it's doing? But look at the apples. I mean, it's a very healthy tree. Really great apples. So that's going to be along here. That's what you'll see around there. Those are all the same type of the Honeycrisp apples. Now, right here, we have one younger sweet cherry tree, a Rainier. I'll show you the big Rainier cherry in the front of or down there in the front. This one is younger. It does still produce cherries. It's starting to produce cherries. So, of course, I mean, it's not that young, but for a tree, you know what I mean. Now, we've been already picking some cherries that have been ripe on this, but the birds also have been picking them as well. So we have been having to share with the birds. My husband and daughter have to put up a scarecrow to scare the birds away because my kids love sweet cherries and they don't really like to share so many with the birds. So, but this is our best one right here. Look up. This is our best Rainier cherry tree. It gives us so many wonderful cherries. Look at them. They're up there. Now these ones aren't quite ripe yet. They're still little, but it's loaded with them. Of course, it's at the top mostly. So it's it does get a little tricky to pick the fruit, but we do find safe ways to get the fruit at the top, because really, it's funny, all the best fruit is really always at the top of the tree. That sounds funny to say, but it's true. So, okay, now that was on that side of the driveway. Now we're at the orchard on this side of the driveway, and let's see what we can find. We have apples over here and plums. And there are some baby peach trees. They will not have peaches, of course, they're just babies. But here's an apple tree. Lots of good baby apples all over this tree. That's what they look like. And if you look up, you can maybe see. Through the video, you may not be able to see, but I'll tell you, there is a lot of them. A lot of them. So right here are 2 baby peach trees, like I showed you right here in front of our fence, or on this side of the fence. Those are babies, so of course they're not going to have peaches yet. That will be a few years yet. This tree is an apple tree. We had to cut it back. This branch had died, but if you just prune it back, it's not going to kill the whole tree. And this does still have little baby apples though. So it's not devastating. If you have a fruit tree or a tree or anything, and like a part of it dies, if it's not like your main trunk where the roots would be, you can just cut it back and then it will more than likely will survive. Here's a plum tree, our first plum tree. Now these are kind of funny plums. They're like long ovals and they're different. They're a little different tasting. I forget the name of them, but they're different. But yeah, but this is what this is. So that's what that is. And see, they're like long. They're kind of funny. They're kind of funny. And then over here, we have a lot of little trees too that are not giving fruit yet, like that we've had to cut back, like I told you. And then it takes them, it's going to take them a while in order to make the fruit again. So a lot of these little trees don't have anything. That's why we're not, oh, well, this is an apple tree that does have a couple. It's still a little tree, but sometimes little trees will give you. But if you cut them back, normally you're not going to get fruit that year that you cut them back. So you just kind of have to pay attention. Here's another plum tree right here. Now these are your more round plums. I think they're red plums. I would like to get black plums, but we don't have black plums yet. We just have red and then those long ones. I'd like to get black plums, so one day. A black plum tree, because those are pretty sweet. I really like the taste of those. Here's apples again down here. Oh, and up there. Yeah, so this tree, even though it's a little tree, it still is producing fruit. So that's pretty amazing. This tree doesn't have anything this year. But okay, so now that was this side. Now give me a minute. We're going to walk you up to our far orchard and I'll show you the fruit over there. All right, so here we're to the far orchard. And so in this orchard, our trees are apple, pear, and peach. And so here behind me is an apple tree. Again, pretty much all the apples at this stage kind of look the same. They start off all that green color for the most part of apples we have. You did see the ones that have a little bit of red on them. That is, but most of them when they start off, they're all going to start off that green color. Of the varieties we have. Of course, we don't have all the varieties, but from what we have, that's what I have noticed. Our peach trees, though, didn't do the best. Again, I don't know the reason, but we do have a couple little baby peaches, and that's what peaches look like when they are that on this stage. We're just gonna have to pray for next year to be a better peach year. So I don't know. We've been kind of having a couple off years with the peaches, but we can't control that. So we won't worry about that. So those are apple trees, peach trees in this area. Over here is we have a whole row of pear trees. And these are red pears. Most of them are red pears. Other ones are the regular pears right here. But they are loaded this year with baby pears. And look at this. You can just look at the tree and it sees that. Now, over here is more. Now these ones, they don't seem to have any of this. Oh, there's a couple up the top. A couple right here too. Yeah, there's a couple. And over here too. Now pear trees are funny. Look at the shape of a pear tree. It's really funny. They're tall and skinny. You know, apple trees kind of grow fat. Pear trees like to go straight up, tall and skinny. Of course you can prune them, which we did prune our trees last year, but look, it just made them get taller. Really, pruning trees helps them, makes them healthier, so then they can just actually grow bigger. But pear trees like to grow tall. So of course you can curb-tail that by pruning them, but we don't like to prune our trees like a lot. We just like to do it every so often to give them new growth and things like that. So here's some more apple trees back here. There's a few of them. So we have some apple trees, or apples, I mean. And back here, this tree doesn't seem to have any this year. I barely even see any leaves on this tree, so, but that's okay. It's probably just taking a break. These apples are from that tree, yeah. Yeah, so there's nothing on this tree this year. This fruit tree is not a fruit tree. Yeah, this is not a fruit tree, that one. That's just a flowering pear. But here's some apples right here. So, yeah, so as you can see, we were blessed with a good amount of the fruit in the trees. Now over here, we have some of our other fruit, our berries. So blueberries and grapes and blackberries are up in this orchard. Now, some of our blueberry bushes are old, and some of them have died and need to be replanted, but here we go. There's some baby blueberries. Actually, it's pretty loaded on this side. On this side of it is loaded with blueberries. But these bushes are quite old. So they'll need to be pruned back so then they can get regrowth, new growth, you know. And we want to expand our blueberry row because we only have one row of blueberries and our kids really love blueberries. So I think we would like to expand it. So we'll have to work on that for next year. Now we're to the grapes. Let's see if we can see baby grapes. Oh, I see lots of baby grapes actually. This is what baby grapes start off. Look how little they are. They're so little. I mean, there's a lot of them. Look at them. Now, our problem with grapes here on our farm are raccoons. It's hard for us to pick grapes because right at the time they're ripe, the raccoons know about it before we do, and then they come and eat them. So we're going to really have to have scarecrows out here this year too if we want, because this is a lot of grapes. I mean, we don't want to miss this, right? Last year, I think we missed it because of the raccoons. So let's try to remember. I will have to write it down. Put scarecrows up at the grapes because of the raccoons. Because our kids won't want to miss this. And we won't want to miss it to be able to make grape jelly with it. So there's a whole bunch. I mean, they're loaded with baby grapes. So they start off very little. So little. So little. Okay, and then over here is blackberries. Now our red raspberry, actually, well here I can show you our black raspberries. They're on the edge of the woods. These are all baby black raspberries. That's what they look like. And they're loaded this year. Look at it. I mean, all the way down. See over there? That's a big one. But we brought some of these from West Virginia. Just a couple bushes that we dug up in the woods. And we brought them here. Oh, look at the rabbits. Those are some wild rabbits. They like to live in our orchard. We see them a lot. But yeah, so we brought back the black raspberries, and we brought back the black raspberries, that's hard to say, from West Virginia, and we planted a couple on our tree line, and they have exploded. With God's blessings, they're just like crazy, which is wonderful because we love black raspberries. So now here's our blackberry patch. Now it kind of does its own thing. We tried to make it grow in a row. It did not want to grow in a row. So now we let them do its own thing because look right here. Baby blackberries. Baby blackberries. And they do that a lot. That's what blackberries like to do. So this is kind of right here. A little bit of grapes on the right. But all of this mostly, I mean, I have a few weeds, but mostly this is our blackberry patch. So they're good. They're mostly up there in the front. I think it's kind of too shady back here. That's why it used to be this was like a row, but they kind of all went this way, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the sun. They like it over there, so we just let them do it. It's fine. It's fine with us. So we're gonna take this down and make it, you know, we're gonna take this like wire stuff down because we don't really need it anymore, and let that just be blackberries. So yeah. All right. Well, that. Oh, and then our red raspberries and strawberries are up by the house. I don't think our strawberries are starting. Very few. We don't have a lot of strawberries. We need to make that bigger next year. Our red raspberries aren't making raspberries yet because they are later anyways. So that's just a plant. But I will show you it when it makes it. We'll show it to you. So that should be all of our baby fruit that is growing. And so check back throughout the season to see as it matures and what it becomes, of course, and what we do with it and how we love to share and bless other people with it. So thank you for watching, and please put a thumbs up on my channels, and please subscribe. It really helps us in order to be able to help you and reach more people and touch more people's lives with God's wonderful blessings. Bye.